Hello and welcome to another episode of West to East. If you didn't quit during our first episode, we thank you. And we're going to give you another opportunity to do so now. In this episode, we're going to talk about hot topics this week. So one is Ron Jeremy, the hedgehog, goes to mental hospital. The other one is ChatGPT. Is it ChatGPT, Vavan?
It's news about Google and new IA chat. I don't know.
Right, another AI. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and the third one is, of course, earthquake in Turkey and Syria as well.
Yes.
So there's few things we're gonna talk. Let's start. Let's kick off with Ron Jeremy. Right, I got this in Daily Mail, Mail Online, and says there's a headline: porn star Ron Jeremy avoids trial for 30 sexual assault charges and is sent to state mental hospital. Alleged rapist, 69, deemed unfit to face claims from 21 women after dementia diagnosis. He was committed into a state hospital to treat his dementia. He can be held at a hospital for up to 2 years while the condition is being monitored. And in 2020, he pleaded not guilty to the numerous charges against him. I had a good look about Ron Jeremy, and what's funny, I didn't know he was called the Hedgehog. That was his nickname. Funny way he got it. But let me just read a few things about it. He was born in 1953 on the 12th of March in the Queens, New York. It is worth noting that he is from the Jewish middle class. I did not know that was a thing.
You didn't know that Jewish have a middle class.
On in Queens is.
I honestly, I know it might sound silly, but that was my perception. I never, I thought they were always like a higher class rather than a middle class. That's how I perceived them.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyways, his father was a physicist. Mother was a book editor, and she was an OSS veteran. OSS, for those of you who don't know, that's the Office of Strategic Services. That was prior to the CIA, so like a spy agency, basically. He made over 2,000 films. 284 he directed himself, and 384 films credited under his name.
He was spy on a mission, or
pardon, what?
He was a spy on a mission.
Yeah. He was definitely on a mission. Yeah. He was definitely. He went everywhere. That man went everywhere from Canada to Australia, man. Honestly, his net worth was between 1 and, if you know what I mean. His net worth was between 1 to 6 million. So yeah, considering you're doing porn when he was doing porn, I don't know, you were getting paid what, $10. $10 for a porn or something like that, and he made, let's say, 5 million. So that's a lot of
porn.
Yeah, workaholic. That's a lot of grafting. That he was working hard for his money.
Hard work,
definitely. Yeah. Lots of sweat, blood, and tears.
Yeah, it's like minor.
Yeah. I'm not drinking this time. I'm on
Shake it, baby.
I'm not drinking any more Cokes. There's no ice in here. No ice, nothing. There's no ice. No, that was a mistake, I think. Nothing. There you go. Anyways, now just to play into you. Have you guys have you got any thoughts on Ron Jeremy so far?
Vavan, will you go first?
Vavan, have you got any thoughts on this guy?
He definitely put a lot of work in his job. So I don't know. He sued now after 30 years, and he forgot all his movies, and because of that, he's not going to be charged. Or I don't understand how much that's 30 women who accuse him.
Yes, 21 women accuses him of sexual charges from rape to all sorts of stuff. Like he was raping women while they were asleep, unconscious, drugged, or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't look nice. It looks horrible. I was reading it. Yeah, it doesn't look good. But it's just ridiculous that it's after such a long time that all this. Like, how come nobody looked into this before? Why are they looking at this now when he's obviously being committed to the mental hospital, and he's going to get away with it? Why wait so long? It's just ridiculous.
He was on the top with a lot of money, so who can put him in jail?
No, I guess, yeah. I guess it's going to be is it like going to be like Harvey Weinstein, like he was untouchable while he was on the top of his power?
A lot of big stars probably doing the same shit, and they doesn't even realize that it's a rape. A lot of drink, drugs, parties.
I guess that's normal for him.
Yeah.
Maybe his mind.
You must do something.
Mind.
He's always thinking about work, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nicola, have you?
Yeah, but it looked like and it's not a problem. It looked like collective memory. Just wake up for everything.
Yeah.
Everyone just just get remembered. When I do my research, I find some journalists, but I just noticed that he write that his nickname was Porcupine. That is one of those journalists, and you said that his nick is Hedgehog.
Hedgehog, yes. That's what I found. Yeah, I found it in few articles as well. Not only one. I read a bit about him, but yeah. Do you know how he got that nickname?
Yep, tell me.
Yeah. Well, my first thought is just something to do,
Yes, like mine, of course.
Something. So yeah.
Professional.
Only Vavan
very obvious. But listen, apparently, the reason why he's called that is he's got a job. He had a job. He got a job in California, and when he got ready to go to California, he put a t-shirt and shorts that he went there, and he got there. It was snowing. And cold. So, but he to get to the set, he had a motorbike. He had to ride a motorbike in a t-shirt and shorts. But anyways, by the time he got to the set and studio, he was frozen, like literally. And he got into a hot shower, and when he came out, he was all like all spiky, the hair, his body all spiky, but he was looking all pink and wrinkly, so that's why the nickname Hedgehog. Yeah, but do you know what? Don't know. Have you had a look? Have you had a look at his picture? Look at like Annie. And like when he was younger and he was older, it doesn't matter really. Because he looks horrible, mate. I don't know how. Imagine somebody looking like that. I mean,
Did you saw
Imagine being a woman that has to sleep with that guy.
For $10.
Like, for 10, like, yeah, it's not 10, but it's minimal. It wasn't paid as high as these days, I guess. But imagine that.
But he made 2,000 movies, and he wasn't made so many movies. Nobody watched that. So those people, that's the question.
I don't know. He still became a multimillionaire. But so yeah, somebody watched and bought that shit. So
yeah,
but I don't know. But look at it. Yeah.
My conclusion is that porn is not good for the health, man. Janet Jackson is has some illness too.
Sorry, what's not good for health?
Porn, a lot of sex.
Oh, porn.
Janet Jackson is sick too.
But listen, I heard
looking
the reason. So I think when you look at his picture, something that really stands out for me is his mustache.
Yeah.
His mustache just looks horrendous. It looks horrible. Look at it. One goes here, one goes over there, one goes over here, like literally all over the place. It just have a look at the picture. It looks ridiculous.
But that was thing in 80s or 70s. Now when you
never look at the other film people from the film industry.
Yeah, but in that time everybody had a mustache.
That's fine.
John's is worst mustache for sure.
It's ridiculous. Do you know how it looks like? Like, yeah.
But he just following the trend.
I know, but I don't think he should.
Yeah, many people who follow him trend now shouldn't, but they do.
Like, I don't even know how that guy lost his virginity. I don't even know. Talking about being a porn star recording 2000, like, how did he even lose his virginity? How did he decide, I'm going to be a porn star? Like, who was that woman that he slept with? Who is that? Like, honestly, but look at
probably Google knows.
Just imagine.
He probably just walked with $10 down the street, and someone just go with him. I don't know.
Listen, but I have a theory how he got his mustache.
Okay.
I think, listen, Ron Jeremy and his mustache. What I think it happened was he found a girl. I don't know how, but he found a girl that he's going to lose his virginity to. But what happened? He was high, and how he got high before, like when I was young, there was a thing that people were like sniffing glue out of the bags. So my theory was he never had a mustache or anything like that. He was always like clean shaven and all that. But because he was sniffing glue with this girl, and after he finished sniffing glue, a little bit of glue stayed on his upper lip, and when they got it on, he went down on her, and bunch of her pubic hairs just got stuck onto his upper lip, and that's how he ended up with a mustache. Well, it looks like it because it just goes all over the place. I just think that's what happened.
He has 15 facts, but I will just put some who are the funniest to me. Number 1, he's the most popular porn actor of all time. This journalist is incredible.
Maybe he watched all his movies.
maybe he was his biggest fan.
Biggest fan.
Just a second. There is one more. He have a nickname. This lost in translation nickname.
Yeah, the hedgehog.
Porcupine. Yeah. But this is I didn't know. You will often see him in music videos.
Actually, yes. Was he in that music video of the LMFAO? You know, the girl. What's it? I'm
worked
sexy.
out.
I'm sexy. I'm sexy.
Yeah,
and
no.
know it. Yeah. He was
the
there,
beach,
wasn't he? Yeah. And as well, do you know what? Did you know that he endorsed Donald Trump as well?
Really?
Yeah.
He is charged now with 30.
But listen, do you know that he endorsed Donald Trump, and it's going to be so awkward now when he's in a mental hospital now, and like in a year or so, imagine Joe Biden rocks up in the same hospital and be like, "What's up? I got dementia too. Yeah, we're gonna be the best buddies." They're gonna be because
and tomorrow he will not
But
have
listen,
memory.
if Ron is lucky, Joe Biden won't remember it, that he endorsed Donald Trump. And if Joe is lucky, Ron won't remember it. Either way, they're going to have a good chance to have a nice friendship, starting all over from the beginning, clean slate. No, honestly,
Maybe
really.
they will exchange some experience from the past, Maybe Ron will learn him something. Maybe he already learned something, how to fuck nation or something like that.
Yeah. He picked up a thing or two from him.
Basically, the same industry, just.
You know what is interesting in this journalist say he never wants to retire. Ron Jeremy just he say in the past, "I will work until I die."
Yeah, he's a workaholic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have people like that, I guess.
Yeah. He's a freak, man.
And especially, if you love what you do, and it's not a chore, so I guess.
Yeah.
And listen, I have to tell people about your accent. So, Nicola, I'm sorry, not Nicola, Vasily had an accent yesterday. His your radiator fallen off in the house, and all the water, there was like 25 liters in the boiler. It all leaked out from the radiator. It went through your ceiling and ended up on the lower floor everywhere.
Yeah, I have a flood, and I know it. My dad just vibrated to me.
So we had some technical difficulties, on your side, but my thought was that it wasn't that it's it's an accident. Have problems with the floor and the boiler broken, not boiler, the radiator broken, all that. And it's not pleasant, but it's not all bad as long as the Ron Jeremy doesn't turn up at your doorstep dressed as a plumber. It's all good.
I hope my wife will not be alone in the house.
Or even worse, imagine he rocks up at your house to fix the plumbing and you're not at home. But do you know what?
And after that, he say, I lost my memory. Huh?
After he's finished the job, he says, "Oh wait, but I'm not a plumber." Oh. But you know what? The funny thing is, he actually looks like a plumber. He looks like Super Mario, and Super Mario was a plumber.
Yes.
No, yeah. The Ron Jeremy, he definitely looks like Super Mario.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
You know what else happened to me?
What?
I drive my wife's car, and just a second, driving that, and the thing for the sun,
Sun protector.
Sun visor.
It was pop out, and I popped it up, and I noticed that the paper of ownership is not there, and I came to my wife and said, "Where the hell are the paper?" And she told me, "It's in the car." No, it's not in the car. I just looked there, and he then said, "Oh yeah, it's in my wallet. When I registered the car, I left it there." And I drive her car like 5 months without that paper, every fucking day.
But you have to, just to clarify, you have to have a paper if you get stopped by police in Serbia. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, otherwise you get fined.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay for her because his wallet is always with her. You know.
Yeah.
And when I say, "Why did you just put it in the car?" He just give me a smile, and I'd say, "Okay."
It's
Thank you.
different. You see, in the Eastern Europe, it's different rather than here. I in the 12 years I was here, I got stopped by police once, and that's because I was driving behind the police, and one of my lights, my dipped light, was not working. So he just stopped me, and he said, "Do you know your light is off?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know. Yeah, you need to get it fixed." All right, okay, will do. So
You didn't get even warning.
no, he just told me nicely to fix the light, and I said I will, and I went to fix the light because I need it really, because it gets dark really early here.
Oh my God!
It's not that I'm going to drive with a light. I need it.
Yeah.
It was that nice about it. I did, if you were in Serbia, you have to, or Romania or one of the countries like that.
Balkan.
You have to, but one of the Balkan countries.
What are you doing this late?
You will have to, he would give you some more shit, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He would just make you feel really bad about it, and then he would, you would have to put some money in your driving license with your driving license.
Yeah.
Hey, check your driving license.
Check.
When you get paycheck, you always put some money in driving license. That is first thing you'll do in the Serbia.
Yeah, like 10% in the driving license, and everything else we can spend everything else.
It's for
police
for
tax.
the good cops. Yeah.
Your idea doesn't work.
Yeah, it's for the good cops. Bad cops will punish you anywhere.
Yeah.
Like Andrew Tate said, like, I want to be able to bribe everybody. So you see, you see, Nikola Vesely, you live there, so you don't have to move anywhere. You can bribe whoever you want.
Yeah.
You see, this motherfucker had to move to Romania.
Yeah,
to be able to bribe, and you have advantage. You have advantage on Andrew Tate.
You know what is worse? When some police stop you and he knows you, and then it's hard to bribe.
Yeah, you don't want to look cheap. Yeah. Right. Where were we? 1 second. We're talking about Ron. Yeah. We're talking about Ron and Ron the plumber. I don't have really much else to say about Ron except
watch this movie.
When I was kid. I knew about Ron, and I don't think I watched his movies. I don't think I see it, but I knew about him. Everybody knows who Ron is. Everybody, even if you didn't see his film, you know who Ron Jeremy is. But these days, kids of these days, they won't know, would they? So, I mean, when I was kid, I had two runs. I had not 2 runs. I had 2 hedgehogs in my life. One was, I had 2. No, but one was Ron Jeremy, the hedgehog, and the other one was Sonic, the hedgehog. So,
yes,
that's it. 2 hedgehogs, and And you know what? As well, do you know what? The funny thing is about all this, Ron Jeremy, that guy is gonna get away with whatever allegedly he did or he didn't. He does, he's gonna get away. He's not gonna stand the trial. Like after 2 years after he did this, do you think after 2 years he's just gonna be like, I'm all right now. Actually, I don't remember I was ill. Or something like that.
He's already 70 years old, so
I know, but listen, isn't it funny that that Ron Jeremy, whatever he allegedly did, he's gonna escape the justice and by going crazy.
Yeah, he didn't even bribe. What the hell?
I know, yeah. You would, if you were in Serbia, you will have to bribe heavily for that. He's escaping all this stuff by going crazy. But and isn't it funny that Jordan Peterson is most probably getting cancelled as we speak, and Yeah, and this guy is getting away with it, while Jordan Peterson is getting cancelled. And one of them is a racist, and the other one is fighting for human rights. That's just a bit,
It is democracy.
tough to. Well, it's something. I don't know if it's democracy, but you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if they cancel Jordan Peterson and you know what, he continues his fight after that, and I reckon he's gonna end up like Andrew Tate, because Andrew Tate got cancelled, and he carried on, and now he is in prison under arrest, and you know, awaiting trial and whatnot. So it looks, you know what? It just looks. It looks similar scenario to that. You get cancelled first, and then if you carry on, you end up in prison. I mean, I'm not saying that you know, I don't like very much Andrew Tate. I might agree with some things that he said, but not with most things. But anyways, he's just, you know, exploiting all this shit, exploiting the system, and you know, that's how he got about it, just with talking shit, lying to people and everything.
These days, it is democracy when you cut something, you know. It's just in this some European congressman said that he protect Europe when he banned all Russian channels, you know. So it's democracy when you ban Russian channel. We live in crazy times.
Crazy time. So many human rights and so little freedom. You now have to be careful and in fear about everything. You know, you can't.
You need to tread lightly. Yeah.
And a lot of bad shit can happen in the prison.
It is. Yeah. When they, I think I know what you're talking. You know, when this the whole conflict started, when they canceled Russia Today.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Yeah, but
yeah, they did. Yeah.
2 days before, some European congressman said he protect European tradition, something like that.
From the Russian propaganda.
From the Russian propaganda, you know.
But, do you know what? There is. I don't. If you remember when there was a civil war in Yugoslavia, you could see 7:30 news in the evening. You know, with that famous tune, going, and they were saying news like, army made advancement, I don't know, 3 kilometers into the depth there, and you know, this many soldiers injured and you know, died and whatnot.
Same scenario.
Same news, identical news in Croatia, with on the in the evening news as well, identical, just a different host on the telly. The script, everything was the same, just on the other side. The army made advancement here, this made that. It's just identical, same news, same numbers. Literally everything is the same. They're just saying our army made this advancement, and we ended up here, and the other people are saying same thing, just for them. It's just ridiculous. And when the war gets on, that's media war. So if you end up in that, so that's the only. I mean, I know it's a freedom, to express yourself, and whatnot. But when it's war, there's media war as well, and you don't want anybody winning media war and winning and doubting, getting. They would, if Russia Today was on and they didn't cancel it, they would cast a doubt. Russia Today with the propaganda, they would cast a doubt. They would make citizens here who might watch that thinking other things.
Yeah, but I don't have problem when they cancel Russia Today in Ukraine. But when they cancel it in Europe, and Europe is officially not in war, that is.
But they're not in war. But you want support of your nation to support the country your politic is supporting.
Europe Europe giving sanctions to Russia and living out of gas because of that, and they gotta put the people here just
But
believing.
listen, what I just want to say, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm really sorry. Just 1 second. The Russians did the same thing. Basically, they said, you either not going to wage media war or you're going to end up in prison, whoever they, to the BBC, the people who were there. They didn't cancel them, but they said, if you spread false information,
it's different.
and we're going to decide, but it's same shit. If I'm going to decide what's false information and what you can say, you cannot say, really? Have I really got freedom of speech? Have I really got freedom? No, it's the same.
No,
in my eyes, it's the same. I might as well just cancel it. Fuck it. You're just going to slightly different. Oh, look at them. They cancel this. Oh, wow. But same shit. If you're going to limit, if you're going to threaten me with prison or whatever, if you say this and I deem this as a lie, you're going to end up in prison.
Yeah,
there
but it was countermeasure, it's not the European do this.
Yeah, because it's a war. Yeah, it's a war. Anyways, I think we went on the topic.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a war. Yeah, it's not a war.
John
for you,
doesn't even know about war now.
It's not a war for you or me. It's not our war or anything like that. But if you're in Ukraine, it's a war, mate.
Yeah,
if you're
a Ukraine not a war
citizen,
in Germany.
Yeah, it's not a war in Germany, yeah, but they support Ukraine, and they treat this as a war.
Okay, but what will happen if Russia treat Germany like it's war? Because
shit's gonna fucking happen. Then.
But we are this much close to that.
No, I think that's a difference. So let's stick to the topic. Let's stick to this subject. We can record something. Maybe we can record something to that on that topic. Yeah, it would be interesting to have a conversation.
Okay. I agree.
Did I want to say anything else about Ron Jeremy? I don't think so. I think that's all. Yeah,
we are done with this war now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say it's funny that Ron Jeremy is going to be free, and Jordan Peterson is getting cancelled, and who knows what's going to happen to him if the worst they can do. I think that's cancel him at the moment. But who knows what they can do if he carries on. I just hope he doesn't order any pizzas and take a selfie with the pizzas. Jordan, if by any chance you listen to this, don't eat any pizza. Don't have pizza. I know you're only on. I don't know now at the moment. You will only on meat and beef and it might be some boring. If you cheat yourself, sometimes don't order pizza.
But is Jordan Peterson professor too?
What do you mean too?
Because Ron Jeremy
I'm not a professor. That's a good point. He has a master's. Yeah, he was a special. Ron Jeremy. He was a special education teacher, wasn't he?
Yes.
He was working with the kids. He was working with the kids.
And he had a mustache.
He was working with the kids who had special needs. Do you think he was doing anything that he shouldn't with his kids?
No, I don't. I can't even imagine.
No,
we don't want to go there.
I'm just because. But look at him. Maybe that all this happened when he hit the fame or when he thought he was invincible, and he is he's the almighty Ron.
Who knows? You know what is lucky? That he don't have beer, because Vavan have problem with the mustache and beer together.
Right.
I'm not a professor, so.
Right, let's go. Next topic. ChatGPT. Vavan.
ChatGPT. Okay, let's see the news about the AI who is progressing more and more from day to day. So Google shares dropped 100 billion after its new AI chatbot made a mistake. So they're trying to compete with ChatGPT, who's who is now gonna work with Microsoft, so they bring Bing search engine again in use, and they made a new chat AI bot or whatever, and this artificial guy made a mistake, and because of that they lost $100 billion in shares. So I don't know. They was probably sleeping and not even considering working with AI, and they just saw the ChatGPT and oh shit, we gotta do something, and this is probably the product. They didn't have enough time. But topic for me is more how this AI gonna affect our lives, jobs, and world in just a few years from now. Have you any thoughts about that?
Well, Vasily, go on.
I think we live in time that we cannot even see properly. This can be measured with the invention of the steam engine, maybe electricity. I think big changes await us in the world in the coming years. A lot of jobs will change. A lot of people will stay without jobs. I think this is really huge, and we couldn't, like I just said, see it properly. That is my opinion.
The biggest problem, we were born basically in time where black and white TVs were still in houses, and now we're seeing artificial intelligence who can do things for you. ChatGPT write code for you, can write essays and stuff, and now educational system is in problems about that, because in reality, who's gonna do it job by yourself? And
I think
go on.
Sorry, yeah, I think there's people already working on like checks, if to check if AI wrote your essay, for the university or something like that. So I think there are people already working on it, how to discover the work of the AI. But yeah, that's a really good point. And this thing what you said about the losses, $100 billion loss. Like, I don't think that's comprehensible. Like, what amount of money is that? Like
in a few hours.
But listen to this, like 1 million. Like, imagine, like, just 1 million and 1 billion. What's the difference? Well, this is one and this is
pure zeros.
1,000. Yeah, but like, put it in perspective now. I just have a look. 1 million, let's say, seconds. 1 million seconds equals to 11 days. 11 days is 1 billion seconds. So if somebody's wealth is 1 million seconds, yeah, they're quite wealthy. 1 million, seconds. That's quite a big amount of money. Do you know what's 1 million seconds in days? Sorry, not 1 million. 1 billion.
No.
It's 31 years. So this is 11 days, and this is 31 years. You just imagine now that in money value.
But
you can't imagine it.
No.
I literally struggle to imagine that.
How did they even came to this number?
And it's just a loss in stock.
The total assets worth of this company, Alphabet, is 365 billion, and they lost in a few hours 100 billion.
I don't know. I'm not a big on that. I can't say anything. I just about that, because that's I'm not big on investing and stuff. But if I was to invest into something at this moment, I would invest now in ChatGPT or that one. whatever it's called. Any really.
The
Any-
companies open.
Alphabet.
Yeah, Alphabet is a parent company of Google.
Google, yeah, they're gonna recover. They're gonna recover. They're going anywhere. They're gonna recover. But if I had some money to invest now, I would definitely invest in. I think this is like virtual reality as well. Facebook, Meta.
Yeah.
That's other thing. If I had any money, then those were the two things I would invest now. But I don't. So nothing to worry about there.
Let's sit and watch what will going to happen, like I did with the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
Let's just see if fly past us. This thing, it made a mistake. It lost 100 billion because it made a mistake on its
claim.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think that's a big deal. I mean, do you know what? It gives him publicity, at least.
Yeah, and
it's a bad publicity, but it's still publicity, isn't it?
That's maybe is actually think maybe they just put this news on purpose, just to
create shockwaves
and turn
to the market.
Attention to the Google and the new chatbots, AI, or whatever.
Yeah, because all it was in the news. There wasn't even a Jasper. It was just ChatGPT.
They already said Google is past, ChatGPT is future, blah blah, and they just released this news.
Did you ever think, like you said, how it's going to impact our jobs and everything? Like, I know already that somebody, one of the journalists already. Do you know what he did? He self-published a book. So he used the AI, he used the ChatGPT, and he used it to create kids' books.
I saw that.
Yeah, he created kids' books, and then he used another AI to create
Midjourney.
Midjourney, yes, exactly. Yeah, he used a Midjourney. But the problem was, because I tried the same thing. The problem is with the graphic AI. To stay consistent with the character you want to portray, so it's just going to give you random stuff.
But you're
going to you can't stay.
You need a little bit time and just practice. And
and he published it, and then he had like there was a big thing with the writers all going crazy. That's crap, we are being devalued and all that, and they're all getting upset now because it can genuinely. I tried it out. I tried the ChatGPT to write me a story, and I gave it write me a story about. I don't remember what I did. What I asked to write me a story, and it genuinely writes a story. So
did you put the Ron Jeremy inside?
Story.
Maybe.
That's maybe your story with the radiator. You needed a plumber, I didn't.
Maybe a story about John, a plumber who speaks in Vasily radiator. Midjourney. He illustrates me.
He pops Super Mario, But guys, can you imagine if they give us artificial intelligence, which means that who knows what exists, because everything what we get is already goes through the army on some other services. So
we are the last on in the packing order to get it. First they use it in the army and all this, other facilities, and they use it, and then when they decide, that's all right, we find something better, then they give it to us. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so same like the phones with the big cameras and stuff. They have much better cameras and all that on other devices. But But did you ever think, what if the Chat GPT or like Google's this Alphabet Google's artificial intelligence, can it develop a conscience?
It's hard, but I think it's possible. I hope it's not, but it's probably possible.
But when you're a kid, when you're a baby, when you're a kid, and you see, when you're grown up, you see kids as well. Kids don't really have conscience, do they? They pick it up from their behaviors in the surroundings, and and then that's how they create. That's what they create in their little mind.
I think
just,
they have conscience.
They're just little beings
from the born. I have two male boys, and totally different. Totally different.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I got the kids as well, and they're completely different as well. But are they aware of themselves?
I think they are.
Like when they're little. No, when they're little. When they're babies, are they aware of themselves, of their actions, of their behaviors, and all that? Do you think?
I think that they have conscience, but that they are not aware of everything. It's hard for them. They are just new on this world, but they have conscience, but they're just not aware of everything around them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that they don't. I think that I don't know if they have or not, and we can't claim it for sure. But I think that they develop, even if they have it on a minimum level, they develop it as they grow older and as they pick up things in their surroundings and interaction with other human beings and stuff. But I think that there's a thing they develop. Do you think that this artificial intelligence, because this is like infant stages of it, do you think that it can develop? Because that's what essentially is being fed. It's being fed all the information what humans do.
I hope not, because we will come to the Terminator time.
I saw one guy in Joe Rogan podcast. They were talking about ChatGPT, and he is obviously was an expert about this subject, and they don't know for sure how GPT is working. They wrote some language, how he's supposed to work some things, picking up information from internet and all that, but they are not sure in all processes that ChatGPT does how really works. So the some frame idea is there, but this thing, at least this guy said so, is developing on its own. So I don't know.
It's growing.
It's going, yeah. And now with new web, who knows? Because we were in web 2 or 3. Now I already forgot. We have web 1, 2, and now it's 3. Or
yeah, and also all the faster communication with the 5G available now. And everything is, and you mentioned before, Nicola, as well. It's like an industrial revolution all over again. Do you think that this is happening and we are not aware of it? Vasily?
Yeah, I think it's just happening in front of us, and we are not aware of that. Because this is crazy moment in the time, and the war is something what even we can see it properly, because a lot of things happening right now, but I think this is
middle of a storm.
Yeah, but I think this is very
it certainly does seem like that, because I mean, it's crazy to think that like 50, 60 years ago, I mean, when you say it doesn't maybe sound like a lot, like a lot of years, but it just seems crazy how much we developed as in global, how much technology advanced in such a short period of time. And then before that, it was just like thousands of years
of nothing.
Like what? Like what? Like, I mean, invented bits and bobs, here and there, something, but nothing like it today. It's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, we had a very big jumps in front of us.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what happened. Like in the 1900s, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
So look now, in the last 200 years, just look 1,900 years before, and look from 1900s to today.
Just try to remember your first phone and today's phone. We just
I know, yeah.
My first phone had I think 50 seconds of audio saved. What the hell? It was 20 years ago, and today
it felt like you're carrying a brick or a weapon in your pocket.
Do you remember watching Teenage Ninja Turtles with the communicators?
Yeah.
They had FaceTime, and in that time, that was like science fiction.
Science fiction, yes, yeah.
And in 15 or 20 years, we have.
One quick question. Give me the turtle's name.
Suppress that.
What?
Turtle names, please. Quick question.
Go on, come on, boy. Come on, Bob, come on.
Donatello, Raffaello, and
Leonardo.
You can whisper again. Oh, come on.
What was the rat's name? What was the rat called? Rat code. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And those two animals, what were they?
Rocksteady and
Bebop.
Something like that.
And what's the villain's name?
Shredder and
oh man, you know
Crank.
Oh, the brain. Yeah. Oh,
where is my body?
You absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
Wow, and you have great whisper, I must say.
Thanks.
Do you think? Also, before I forget, I just want to go back to this top. Like developing a conscience, the ChatGPT. Do you think that ChatGPT at the moment, because it's developing now at the moment, or do you think it's going to reach the stage, like if it's even possible? But do you think it could be sneaky like that to reach the stage? It realizes it has a conscience, and it realizes he knows his place in the world and everything, and then. Do you think that it could maybe do a Ron Jeremy thing, pretend it doesn't have a conscience or Alzheimer's, and then has a secret file that is working on programs and stuff, how to take over the world or whatever, make robots, machines and stuff like that, and then when he's finished the project, when everything is ready, then just ta-da! I'm here. I actually have a conscience, and you're all fucked.
Everything's possible.
Vaka, please, Sarah O'Connor.
Sarah O'Connor. I'm just gonna be silent and do my work.
Vavan O'Connor.
I'll try. I'll try. I can't promise anything, but I'm gonna find Arnold first here.
I know, yeah.
We're gonna save the team.
Just be careful. Don't go in front of him. If he's driving, do not go in front of him.
Okay.
Because he just ran over some little old lady, I think, a few days ago.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You know what is my question? What is in my mind? Can you bribe GPT?
maybe some Serbian.
Well,
maybe the Romanian version you can.
Some beta for Serbia. Beta version.
Here's a $2.
Oh, c'è faccio GPT, 50 euros. Andrew Tate from the prison cell. GPT, c'è faccio
GPT.
500 euros here.
No, in euros.
Here's a
You must
poor
fix
for
crypto
your-
value, you know.
Oh, man.
Only
This happened
crypto.
with this crypto and
Do you know what? Hey, do you know what would as well? Imagine if Ron Jeremy ended up in prison. I'm going back again to Ron Jeremy, but just briefly.
You like
Imagine if you. Imagine
with Jones.
imagine if he ended up in prison. Do you think he would be a prison bitch, or he would have a bitch?
Oh, come on, it's Ron Jeremy. He must have a bitch.
Yeah.
He will probably be the bitch, of course, but
Oh man! Right. Oh, should we go? Our next subject. Our next subject is serious subject. And let's forget about the Ron Jeremy and ChatGPT, and go to the next subject. Vesely, do you wanna
yeah, of course.
read the headline and see where we're up to with that?
Yeah, the next subject is earthquake in Turkey. It's very sensitive theme, so I will not take a long time. Regarding to Turkey, I would first like to send my condolence and sympathy to the people of Turkey, as well as the people of Syria, which is unfairly not mentioned anywhere in any news, but people died there also. I would like not to go in some conspiracy theory, and that is not my goal. I just want to put point on some strange facts what happened in Turkey on the day of the earthquake, and what I noticed and what is interesting, not just to me, for some other guys, because I do some research. So I will just read that strange things what happens, you know. So it's like this: on the day of the earthquake, a strange blue light appears that looks like thunder, but it's not thunder. For that, even scientists have no explanation. Although it appears in many places in the world before the earthquake, it's not just in Turkey, you know, but the science still is silent. They don't have explanation. The Turkey is also a country which is in NATO pact, and that is blocking Sweden entry into NATO. She also didn't impose any sanction on Russia, and Turkey cooperate with Russia a lot. Some nuclear electricity.
Power plants.
Power plants, yeah. The Russia built some power plants in Turkey for a lot of money, you know. The Turkey is, I don't know, like some rebellious country, you know. They don't like to obey anyone, so they can go to war with Greece almost every day. They have some disagree. Also, a lot of refugees come to the Turkey, and that place where the earthquake happens, that is the border with Syria, and a lot of refugees go to that area, you know. Even some oil pipeline are going to that area. They are damaged too. Also, this is very interesting. On the day of the earthquake, 9 embassies, mainly, of course, from the Western country, were closed under the excuse that the threat of terrorism. You know, 9 embassies were closed that day. This is what I noticed, guys. This is what was interesting to me. You know, a lot of some strange things happened in Turkey.
Yeah, I agree. But I didn't know there was 9 embassies that closed. Was it on the day or before or after? Where was that?
Yeah, on
just
the
few
day.
days before of earthquake, they just closed.
Yeah, because
I heard as well. I will write somewhere. I'm not sure that there was a guy as in Holland, like a scientist.
Scientists.
Yeah, he just, I don't know. It was a fluke. There was just a random. He just stated there's going to be a 7.5 7.5 earthquake on a 7.5 on a Richter scale earthquake in this region, and that was the region he pointed at 3 days before the actual earthquake, and it was one of the waves was 7.5. The original was 7.8, 7.9, but one of the successive ones was 7.5, which is absolutely crazy. Like,
but
and the thing that you said as well, that they closed the embassies. How come they closed the embassies then? Do you think? Well, like,
what is?
I know you
what
said
is
you don't want to go into
interesting,
conspiracy theories, but
you know what is interesting, but I didn't say it. But this guy, I will just come back to the guy you just saw. They don't take him serious because he said that he saw that to the position of the planets, So science will not take him serious. Yes, but you know what is really, really interesting? When some earthquake happens, it always comes one big earthquake, and there is few smalls, But in Turkey, it happens something very strange, because first earthquake was 7.8, and the next one was 7.5. That
never happened before.
Never happened before. That we have two big. Go on.
And Tesla had a machine who can produce earthquakes, or I saw that somewhere. I'm not sure. Fact or.
Yeah, I read it too.
He was doing it already before as an experiment in US when he was.
Yeah,
alive,
but I don't want to go on the theory.
On that side,
yeah, because I just want to.
Yeah, you said that. He might be. Yeah, that area there is prone to like tectonic movement, and it's very often you can find earthquakes there, like in that area, and as well, in California, like you could say the next thing that is going to happen in California. The next earthquake is going to be a big one, or like 8.8.
There is free earth plates in that area, and they are moving. And there is a lot of earthquakes.
Yeah, they're shifting. Yeah, but and this guy scientist, they're discrediting him. But what if he's up to something? It's the funny thing is that if you don't feed the narrative and you're just going outside of the normal thinking that academia thinks, you are just getting discredited and you're being cancelled and whatnot. Like do you know, like what's his name? Graham Hancock. He made this program about, what was it called? Ancient history? No, not sorry, Ancient Apocalypse. And he was on a Joe Rogan podcast as well, a few times as well. The last time I think he was with the Randall, and I think Randall is geologist. But they, like, nobody's taking them seriously with the theories they have as well. But what they're saying, it makes sense to me and quite a lot of people I know as well that watch this. So I know, like, people are gonna say, well, it's a circle of people, you enclose yourself with and all that, but it's not that. I don't even, with these people, I don't even. They're acquaintances. They're not even like my friends. And you know me as well. Like, if I disagree with something, I'm going to disagree, and I have my own thinking. And I was in that group that I left. If you remember,
yeah,
when somebody started all these theories or whatnot saying, and I've read, and as much as I could on that topic, on that subject, and everybody was saying, well, you have to read it for yourself and do your own research. That's the main thing. Do your own research. That's what I said. So I did my own research, and I came to the conclusion it's all bollocks. But flat earth thing, whatever they're saying, it's just all loads of bollocks. Because I don't wanna get into it now.
Me either.
We can maybe discuss that, on some other time.
Yeah,
but
we
what
should
I want
invite
to say,
Dusan Kekic.
Oh yeah. Call him. Dusan Kekic. If you listen to this by any chance, yes, give us a ring. We'll have you on, and you can say what you want to say, and then maybe we can discuss that. Anyways, this guy, Holland, this guy from Holland, the scientist.
Yes.
Yeah, they're discrediting him because he predicted the earthquake apparently just by the planet, just by looking at the planets and how they aligned and all that, which it's just different way. How come nobody just taking it seriously? Why nobody looks more into it? Because both agree. Like this guy, Graham Hancock, he says as well that that the biggest threat to humankind is from above. And there's this asteroid ring that's around as well, and every so often one of them can just flick and end up here, and we're not doing anything about it. We don't have any thoughts about asteroids except how to exploit them, how to get minerals of them, and the companies like a big companies that are doing the space research recently, they just want to exploit. They want to see, because one of the asteroids worth like so much money, and they just want that. But nobody's looking how to have a plan in case of apocalypse, basically. Because if somebody else hits the Earth like that, it's just going to be like this earthquake. It's horrible. There's in Turkey. This is horrible. I don't know if you've seen pictures and watched videos, but all buildings. Like 9/11 was in America.
Yeah.
It looked like
I literally. That's all I could think of. Yeah, literally. That's all I could think of when I was watching it. I was watching it, and I was thinking, this is how it looked like when the building went down in America after those planes. Yeah. Planes hit it, and there's another theory there.
Yeah, I just bite my tongue.
I know. Yeah. So, but it looked like that 9/11, but everywhere around you, not one building, like all the building, everything was just collapsing. It looked horrible. Yeah. Like over 25,000 people dead and over 80,000 people injured, like in just like that.
Yeah,
in a moment. It's absolutely crazy, and if something like that, like they were saying, because they had some rules and stuff like that. There was one town that not one building fell down. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
There was one town, but the mayor of the town, he's just like, he doesn't make any exceptions. He goes around, if the buildings are not built according to the plan, he just requests to be removed and demolished buildings who are not, and all the investors who are building it not according to the standards. Mm-hmm. Not one building fell down. One had a slight damage. None of the buildings collapsed. Which I think is crazy. And I can just think, imagine if, God forbid, if something like that happened, like in the Balkans, like the earthquake of that magnitude, it would just all be flat.
That's right.
With a shitty building,
that Samani admits that he didn't build the building right. They took some materials and built it weaker.
Sorry, what's that?
In Turkey, some I don't know, preduzetnik. Kako se kaže preduzetnik?
No, investor.
Investor, yeah. He admit that they took material and built weaker buildings. It's crazy thing.
No, right.
Because the
So,
buildings.
so they were stealing.
Oh
They
my
were
God.
putting cheaper materials and just pocketing the money.
Yeah. And
Just putting less of concrete
Yeah.
on
Not appropriate concrete, not appropriate rebarbs. Yeah.
for the people who
Yeah,
don't know, the Turkey it's
great.
on balcony too. So they probably could bribe.
Yeah, but right. Yeah. Well, yeah.
we
The
have
whole-
a lot of same behaviors like them, and
yeah.
that's
Wonder why.
yeah.
Yeah. Wonder why.
We were the same country for a lot of time.
5 centuries.
Yeah, nearly 5 centuries. It's crazy that. Crazy, absolutely crazy. And that was not so long ago either.
Yes.
Yeah. And well, let's not talk about it now. It's not the time. Not for this subject. Not for this topic. I feel honestly. I just want to say I feel it's horrible. For what I've seen, that looks absolutely horrible, and I hope it doesn't happen again anywhere. Obviously, it's going to happen, but I just hope people would steal less and build shit properly. Yeah. Let's see.
Maybe some of them will learn the lesson, but
usually it takes something horrible to happen, and then people are going to be like, right, well, this happened. We're going to do this no more. We're going to turn the page. We're going to do it by the book, and this is not going to happen again. Unless you're in America and there's a crazy massacre, and you go like, well, maybe we should give teachers, maybe we should arm the teachers so they can protect themselves.
Come on, man. The Ron Jeremy's teacher in America.
let's give him a gun in the hospital.
But hey, listen,
defend himself. Yeah.
They wouldn't try on Ron Jeremy because he's got a big gun, mate.
Yes. My plumber.
Anyways, right. Yeah, your plumber. I'd rather leave my. I'd rather stay in my house. I'd rather have a leak in my house than to have Ron Jeremy coming. Right. Are we done with this topic?
I think we are.
Yeah, right. Well, thank you all very much for listening to this episode. Thank you for staying with us. And please, if you can all subscribe, like, and share this, we would appreciate that very, very much. Thank you again, and bye.
Bye.
Bye.